showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime! It's showtime!
It's showtime.
It's showtime!
It's showtime.
What is this?
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly. Think.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude?
First, take a big step back and literally
Fuck your own face!
21 gigawatts!
Recorded at Epic Studios, Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Epic Radio Show with Epic, Goldie, and Tokar.
Oh yeah, that sounds better.
YouTube. Subscribe today.
Yeah, you like that, Goldie?
Finally, I'm not Goldie anymore.
I love it. Yeah. She was Goldie forever. Now she is Goldie. She is evolved.
Thanks for finding the L in my name.
Well, I never I didn't even notice until you pointed it out.
You're not the only one. I have a few childhood friends that do that. So.
Well, it's not like I say that all the time. I think I would hope they actually say your name right 99% of the times. But, you know, God only knows what was going on when I was actually recording that spot. So we changed that. I actually have a version, I actually recorded a little jingle for Crazy News.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so when Crazy
That's
News
exciting.
happens,
That's going to be exciting.
we'll have that. And then I actually made another one just like the intro, but for live, when we go live.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a new one for that,
That'll be
too.
nice.
That'll be happening.
So nervous.
I think next week, guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Next week.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. I don't think the world is ready.
I don't even think, yeah.
We're going to try it out next week. If it fails, then we'll go back to pre-recorded for a little bit till we can work out the bugs. But it's going to be a trial thing. I'm sure it's going to be, regardless, epically hilarious how much we fuck up. if nothing
man.
else. If nothing else.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm perfect every time.
Okay. Bullshit. I wish I had a button for that. Bullshit.
I'm always like, take that out the show.
Earlier this week, well, I've been sick all week, as you can tell in my voice. I'm always sick, but
You're always nasally.
this is more of a chest cold, though.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching.
I've had the flu and shit. Make sure you get your flu shot this season. There's a lot of people getting it, and even though they say in the news, the flu shot doesn't cover certain flus or whatever, it still protects you from like 98%.
It still decreases you from the ones it does cover. So.
Exactly. And then even when you do catch the other flu, it decreases the length of time that you have it. My dumbass did not get the flu shot this year. The first time in like 4 years. And this is the first time I've gotten a flu in 4 years. So if that's not some sort of science experiment on myself and proof that the flu shot does work, then I don't know what is.
It's funny you bring that up because someone posted this meme on Facebook yesterday. It said, flu cases, it's not proper English. Flu cases has went from 300 to over 2,100 in a year. Why? Because you fools are injecting yourself with the virus. And then someone else said, the argument could be made that it has went up because so many fools have decided to boycott vaccines. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely sounds more logical.
Well, I will say I worked for a pharmacy for a few years. And I'm not going to name the name of the pharmacy. Fuck that. But one of the things that they did provide us was free flu shots. And I got into such a habit of getting this done that I've been just doing it on my own now. Mm-hmm. But this is the first year I've missed it. I got it last year. Didn't get sick last year. Didn't get it this year. I'm sick, you know, so, I mean, I'm sick a lot. I usually get stuff, but, like, it's normally just little head colds, whatever. I'm around a lot of sick people all the time. I'm in the medical field. It's kind of hard for me not to.
I don't know, but I'm in the medical field as well, and I don't really get sick at all.
Well,
I've never had the flu.
I'm literally around people needing oxygen. They're having problems. And I'm going to people's houses. You're in a sanitary environment.
No, that's what you think, but I'm dealing with sick people all the time.
But
I sanitize my environment myself.
Yes, but I can't do that.
You have to. This gets back to hand washing. You have to wash your hands
I'm
when
in
you
a
leave
truck
these places.
all day.
Yeah, but listen, you're touching your steering wheel, you're touching
Exactly.
them, you're touching stuff, then you're putting stuff in your mouth or picking your nose or rubbing your
There
eyes.
you go.
cannot touch your face and
I
put things in your
understand
mouth
that.
without washing your hands
Maybe
first.
put on gloves.
No, he's just got to wash his hands when he's done or sanitize
Well, I have
them.
sanitizer.
Yeah, that's good, but that doesn't get rid of everything.
Exactly. And if you miss a spot, or like you said, there's stuff on my steering wheel, whatever. I mean, I think that's 99% of the problem.
I'm psychotic. I even bite my steering wheel down.
I do.
I'm crazy.
I do. No, I do, because, just like you said, I'm touching stuff in their house.
Yeah.
I'm touching, even my equipment. It's supposed to be sanitary, but it's in a warehouse. It gets dust. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, I try to take care of it, but I will say going in some of these people's houses are super gross. Super gross. Like, there's this one guy, I'm not going to mention names, obviously, for his protection, but you go to his house, he won't even let you in his house because he has like 90 dogs.
Oh. The
like,
smell from 90 dogs.
Even his equipment, when I have to trade it out or whatever, stinks. Like fucking animals. It's just telling you. Sometimes it's just an environment I'm going into because I'm allergic to animals as it is. So you get like a almost concentrated mess of just it's like a petri dish of just all these animals and bacteria and viruses and then you unleash that for a second into the world, and then I'm there to receive it. There you go. Anyways,
I'm gonna get you a mask.
I have masks. I don't wear them all the time because they're annoying.
Think about that. How you feel right now. Next time you don't want to put your mask on.
Well, yeah.
I remember at my old job, there were some people, just to turn on the faucet, they would need to get like a napkin. Then to open up the door, they would have to get a new napkin.
You what?
I'm saying, like, some people are so cautious about like germs that there's people at my old
use
job.
a napkin to get a new napkin. I gotcha. Yeah.
No, only like to get a napkin to turn on the faucet and to turn it off, and get a new napkin to open up the door in the bathroom. So, like, this guy was so cautious about everything. Even when he opened up the door to get in the building, he still had to use, like, a napkin.
I don't touch doorknobs. And it's funny, too, because I had a cousin who used to, like, tease me about it. And we were working together at a place, and I wouldn't touch the doorknob. I'd use my shirt, my sleeve, something. And one day she was like, bitch, it ain't gonna bite you. Just open it. And I was like, no. Honest to God. And she was, like, staying with me, like, we were young, working at the same place, so she would come spend the night and sleep in my bed and everything. She gets the flu, and I'm taking care of her. I didn't even get sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Get off your phone, Epic.
I know. I was looking for this story to talk about, but we'll just do it next week.
Just teasing you.
So you wanted to talk about something this week.
Well, I want probably rant about something. So
that's why I titled it Goldie's Rant.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I just kind of wanted to throw someone under the bus because I can, I guess. So I have this little online boutique. You buy stuff low from China, resell it, like any store, basically, even Walmart.
Yeah.
And I started it with a friend. It was actually like her idea, but she didn't have the money to start it up. And I was like, I got the money. We can go 50-50. since you know what to do. And we got everything started. I paid for a business account through PayPal, so that protects everyone. And bought all this stuff to resell and everything. And, we seem to be doing okay. We did, we started off really strong. And she just had, like, no professionalism whatsoever, which I overlooked. People would be upset maybe like someone got something that had a snag in it. And she's like, well, I'm not replacing it. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. We do need to replace this. It has a snag in it. It's not the customer's fault. This is poor. Yeah. This is shitty business. And you can't do business like that.
Be honest with you, you get a lot of shit from China or whatever. That shit happens.
Well, a lot of stuff is nice. I buy stuff even for my own child. Like, it's really nice. But yeah, things are going to happen. But if you're responsible for it. You sold it to somebody. You should replace it.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, well, I don't have the money to replace it, and I'm not going to replace it. And I was like, well, then I guess I will, because if we want to have a good business, we need to replace it. We need to do things like this.
Sometimes when you're taking a business, in order to keep that customer, you're going to have to take a little loss.
Yeah, you do. You have to. And especially, it's not their fault, and you want to keep them happy. And I've done this a number of times. In addition to her horrible, horrible grammar, and mine isn't the best, but I mean, like, Jesus Christ. So I overlooked all that because I'm a good friend, and I really cared about this girl. Her husband's a junkie, and she was trying to make money, take care of the kids. I felt already it was a mistake. There were always little things, little red flags. If she was receiving payments or something, and then we had like this joint account, and we're supposed to like split everything 50-50. Her account wouldn't work, little things like that, like on her end, her computer's down. It's always something. And then she would tell me, like, oh, I just didn't have food last week. And then I'd be like, oh, it makes sense why she didn't want to give me any money, because supposedly she didn't have food. Whatever. I don't know. It was always something. So finally, one day, I already suspected things. And sometimes I would get frustrated. I'd be like, man, I'm taking all these financial hits, and we're not making any money. This is so frustrating. I really just feel like quitting. Yeah. And then suddenly we would be making money for a few days. I thought that was odd. She would be like, oh, no, look, I'm making all these sales today. I'm like, great.
She's doing it herself, huh?
So finally, I get this message a few weeks ago from this guy, and he's like, hey, I'm just looking for my order. And I'm like, what order? I don't know anything about this order. As far as I know, we haven't sold anything in a month. Yeah. And he sends me all these screenshots, and it's a conversation between my partner and him, Kim Bunton. And, he has like tracking number. He has like everything, his proof of purchase. And I message her. I'm like, what's going on with this? She's like, oh, she's got a junkie husband. She's like, I told Chris, because he keeps stealing all my money to sell stuff. If he go sell his own stuff. And I'm like, you can't have him selling stuff through our business. It's our business. And then she's like, well, I don't care. I didn't want him taking money from my kids. And if you don't believe me, I don't really care. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Excuse me? Don't try to control the conversation. So I'm like, all right, you don't want to go back and forth. That's fine. And honestly, I knew she was lying, but I don't like to argue with people. So I felt like I just needed to take a breather. Let me see like how I feel about this. So, we had like an Amazon account that she screwed up, and the little Facebook group that we would like post things, like a little buy-sell group, whatever. So I've taken a few days to cool off, figure out what to do, where to go from here. This bitch goes and deletes like 1,000 people off of our Facebook. Mind you, she already screwed up the Amazon account. And then she deletes like half of our product just to pay. Like, it takes a lot to, put all this stuff online. She goes and deletes it off. Wow. Why are you trying to screw the business over if you haven't done anything wrong? And I'm like, like really taken back by that. Then she goes and tells
she's covering
people,
something up.
Yeah, she's like, I have class, and other little family members are throwing a little hissy fit. I'm throwing a hissy fit? Who the fuck goes and does this type of shit?
So is she related to you?
Well, we have mutual family. So we call each other cousins, but she's not related to me. Thank God. Because I don't want to be related to a scammer and a liar like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, that's almost like the worst, though. Like, to go into business with even half family.
Yeah.
Because it's like they don't have any respect for you when it comes to that.
None.
So let that be a lesson to you guys.
Yeah,
out there.
lesson learned. And now I'm on my own. The weird thing is I make money every day now. It might not be much. It could just be one person buying something, but getting rid of her and suddenly I'm making money.
Yeah, well,
and things are doing.
She was probably.
Yeah, I think every
scamming
order
or
she was
whatever.
taking,
Yeah.
she wasn't reporting it.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
I'll take it as a loss and move forward.
I mean, shit. Who knows? You could build a business and it'd be something that actually.
Yeah,
It was okay,
and
you
I
know?
like it. I mean,
Yeah.
it gives me something to do when I'm at home and not doing anything, and I enjoy doing it.
You mean other than what you could be doing for the show? Is that what
I
you're saying?
do stuff for the show.
I'm joking. Okay, well, that's the end of the segment.
Thanks for listening to my rant.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't burn bridges.
Don't
That's
burn
right.
bridges. I should choke her out, but she lives too far away.
Follow us on social media at, I can't even say that right, at Epic Music Radio on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram, Epicness216. Also, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Kev Campbell. It was his birthday. So
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And also, you can follow him on Facebook at Kev Campbell and Unsigned Musicians Network. Okay, keep it locked right here and keep it epic, as Tokar would say.
Keep it epic.
Welcome back to the Epic Radio Show. Today's guest is a rapper. His name is Milligram. It's kind of like a last minute exchange. We had another guest, but he had to cancel last minute. But we were supposed to actually interview Milligram next week, but had to do a little bit of a switching. As always, follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Epic Music Radio. Subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, Epicness216. What's going on, Millie? How you doing, man?
What's going on, sir? Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to wake up this morning. Just getting over the flu.
feel it.
It's anyone out there, dude, definitely get your flu shot. You don't want this shit.
No. That's something to get you.
So yeah. So you're from Columbus, Ohio. That's correct.
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
That's what's going on. You're kind of like our brother, sister, cousin, whatever. You know, we're up here in Cleveland, so that's pretty cool. How long have you been rapping?
I'd say like 4 or 5 years.
And how old are you now?
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
Old as fuck.
You're 25?
30.
30? Okay. That's what's up. So you've been only rapping for like 5 years. Now you didn't start like earlier and then like start off professionally at 25, or did you kind of like, you know what I mean? Because like I started when I was 12, but I don't count like when I was 12 to like when I started rapping professionally. Is that kind of what you did? Like, I usually tell people I've been rapping since like I was 17.
Oh, no, I mean, I really did shit. Damn, now you got me thinking. No, it really hadn't been that long, honestly. Like, really? I just never looked at it as an option for myself.
That's kind of crazy because like most people start off like pretty young, and you know, like just saying, like me, I started off like really young. I didn't even get halfway decent until I hit my like mid-20s. I feel like, you know, that's when I feel like I was in my peak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like you started off in your mid-20s, and I heard your song yesterday. I was like, I didn't know what to expect because, you know, you're kind of like a last minute swap. I usually don't listen to people's stuff until like the week of to get a better sense of the artist. So I wasn't going to listen to your stuff till like next week. So when everything happened, we had to kind of swap you out. I went ahead and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to listen to some of the stuff. And I'm always a little nervous when I do that because you never know what you're going to hear. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you always hope it's going to be awesome, but most of the time your expectations are not met, let me just say. But I was pleasantly surprised when I listened to your song last night. What was the title of that song again?
Diamonds Dancing.
Yeah, it was really good. Man.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I hate that that's the reaction most people come with because there's so much fucking bullshit out there and so many people putting out shitty fucking music claiming to be good, but I guess this is how it goes.
Oh, I know, man. Well, it's like a trend of shitty music right now, though. Like, it's weird. There, you used to be able to turn on a radio station and there might be like 2 or 3 really whack tracks on the radio, and now it's like you're searching to find diamonds in the rough nowadays. You know what I mean? I think you're definitely that diamond in the rough, man.
I appreciate it.
So
trying to dance my ass out of that rough.
So explain to me exactly how your process works. Like, you're not working on an album, is that correct?
No. I put out 2 projects in 2016, and then really since then, I've just been, doing shows and singles and videos. Really anymore, like the album format is dead. I see a lot of artists doing that still. Dudes out here with, fucking 3 songs and a couple thousand followers dropping a, 20-track full-length project. It's like, bro, nobody wants to hear that from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to build that up first before doing a full-length project.
Yeah, and I think that's actually pretty smart because you're investing a lot of time and a lot of money in some cases on an album, and if nobody knows who you are, it's almost a waste of time now. Especially
100%. Especially
nowadays, the way the market is, and 99% of sales are coming from the internet. It's a single market right now. Like, that's why a lot of times, like before an album comes out, they're dropping like 4 or 5 singles and going through iTunes first, just to test the market before they even release a whole album. But I thought that was pretty smart because I've never heard anybody locally really do that. Not around here, anyways. Everybody's talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just get like caught up in, that's how it used to be done. Is you put out a 1 or 2 singles and then a whole project, and then some videos or whatever. But like that's just not how it is anymore. And like I like the album format more. I like putting together a full project. I like hearing someone's full project, but that's just not where it's at anymore. Eventually, obviously, I'll get back to doing that, but not for the time being. I don't really see that on the horizon for me yet.
I got you, man. All right, so this is Milligram. You definitely need to check him out at Instagram at milligrammusic614, Facebook milligrammusic614, Twitter at milligram614, and also on YouTube milligrammusic614. He's on Spotify. Looks like he's on SoundCloud, iTunes. Even if you want to contact him for a show, go ahead, contact him. milligrammusic@gmail.com. He's got. He does have 2 albums, but they were released in 2016. One was The Death and Life of Milligram, and the second one was Moonrise. But obviously, since then, you kind of realized that dropping albums probably wasn't the thing to do, huh?
Yeah, something we did with Moonrises, we did a video for every song on there.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So they can find that on your YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's on YouTube. And then put out that single, Diamonds Dancing, with Bez Believe last night, Friday night. And then the video for that's going to come out this Friday at midnight, too. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be super dope.
Okay, and then when you do, I'm going to definitely share it on our page, too, okay?
Cool.
So tag me in that, and then I'll do my thing, too.
You got it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Milligram, for being on the show, and I'm sorry it was so short notice. Sometimes things like that happens. But I really appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to hopefully have you back on the show in a few months and see how you're doing.
Hey, it's all good, man. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Take care.
All right, bro.
All right, it's time for Would You Rather questions.
You ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
No, you're never ready, dude. You're not ready
Mentally.
for this. Yeah.
How bad are they going to be?
These ones aren't the worst
I already
we've had.
feel like I'm not ready.
This is going to be something about Mike Tyson.
No.
Okay.
No. Would you rather have to relearn the rules of bridge every day or be personally responsible for catching people who jump off the Golden Gate Bridge?
I feel like it would be more fun to catch people jumping off the bridge.
Yeah, catching people jump off the bridge, you can save lives.
I'm saying I would not want to be responsible for that, so I'll just relearn bridge.
Yeah, that just sounds boring.
Yeah,
You're boring.
it probably is, but I'm a boring person now.
That's like an old people's game.
Like my patients are like, I can't come that day. I have a bridge group. I play bridge every Thursday at 2.
But imagine I have to relearn how to play it every single time.
Yeah, it sounds boring as shit, and I would rather just try to chase people that are going to jump off the bridge.
I would rather not do Would You Rather questions anymore, but here we
Really?
are. No, I'm joking.
What the hell?
Would you rather live in a
Don't
world
listen to
where...
him.
Would you rather live in a world where finger guns shoot real bullets or where fist bumps cause real explosions? That's a good one, though.
My dad would have shot so many
I
people
know,
while
dude.
driving. He's always doing that.
Reminds me of Toad from Gran Torino. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. No,
That
not
movie's
Toad.
epic.
I would say finger guns.
I want to do the fist bumps.
And then explode.
But it would hurt yourself.
Yeah, but they didn't say that you would. It wouldn't. They didn't say you would die or anything. It didn't say you would hurt
Real
yourself
explosions.
either. When you watch the cartoons, they explode all the time and they're fine 2 seconds later.
Can you imagine how many terrorists would be like, I don't want to say it, but the fist bump each other and explode?
I feel like you're racist. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just kidding.
Goddamn you, Tokar, why are you racist? Okay. Would you rather be an ugly genius or a hot moron? I'm already an ugly genius, so let's try the other one.
I'd rather be an ugly genius than have makeup tutorials.
I'm gonna be a hot moron.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm too vain.
Ooh, that was Would You Rather questions. And that is the end of the segment. Follow us on social media at Epic Music Radio on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're at 52. And follow us on Instagram, Epicness216. Keep it locked right here, people. Welcome back.
Welcome
to the
back.
Epic Radio Show with Epic, Goldie, and Tokar. Episode 20.
Woo!
The Clone Wars. No, I'm joking. I forgot to do the intro to you guys earlier, which I was really excited about the intro, so that's why.
I was so excited about the intro. I forgot
to actually introduce my co-host. Fuck them, though. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking.
Beat his ass after.
Oh shit, man. God damn son of a bitch, motherfucker.
You weren't even recording, were you?
I'm recording. I'm a professional, except for when I fuck up other things. I just forgot to put the stupid crazy news intro in.
Oh, I thought you can play that on cue.
I wish, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
he's such a douche sometimes.
I know, right? No, when we go live, the way that's set up, I could play stuff on cue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's actually the way it's set up on Wirecast is so much easier than how I'm doing it now. So I'm hoping with that benefit, the show will actually run smoother and we'll have less breaks. We won't have the segments like we know them now. There won't be intro and outro. We'll just go right into the next segment. So we'll do that. But we're going to do crazy news. And for that, we have a new intro to that. So listen there.
When crazy shit happens, the Epic Radio Show will be there to report and shit. It's time for crazy news.
Go ahead, Goldie.
All right, crazy news. There's a mad pooper copycat that makes a vile mess in a driveway in Arkansas.
Yeah, that was one of our first news stories, our crazy news stories.
When that crazy lady was like pooping on people's cars and
this is like the third story we're reporting on. And
I can barely poop in my own bathroom. I don't know how people could just poop in the middle of nowhere like animals.
I don't know, man.
I guess we are primates.
It's uncomfortable.
I can't do it.
Even Gia went behind the Christmas tree to poop yesterday.
You still got that up?
I do. I've been so lazy, but my husband's out of town now, so I'll be able to get like a lot of stuff done. Thank God. Anyway, so an Arkansas woman is on the lookout for a jogger caught on surveillance video last week defecating in her driveway. Tiffany was heading to breakfast on December 30th when she was shocked to find something outside her vehicle. I came around to get in the passenger side of the vehicle and I noticed a huge pile of feces.
Awesome.
That's gross.
I'm sure that wasn't her words, though.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit there, yo!
The Little Rock resident thought a big dog or an irresponsible owner were to blame for the mess. But after checking surveillance cameras showed a canine wasn't the perpetrator.
Damn.
Yeah, so she has this video of this lady. When we did, we found it was not a dog. It was a person who had been jogging down the street, ran up between our two cars, defecated, and ran away. Oh my God, who does this?
Tokar is dying over here. What is wrong with
He's
you,
an
Tokar?
idiot.
Dude, I mean, why is the lady running? Did she have this shit so bad that she couldn't go to the bathroom?
Well, she had the runs for real.
Yeah.
How do you just take a shit and then pull your pants up and run off?
Without wiping, right?
Yeah, no wipe. She ran up, pooed on next to this chick's car, and then ran away.
In the first stories, they did report that there was tissue.
Yeah, this one kind of just
wipe.
took a. There's a video, and you'll have to maybe find it. One of us can find it, where this lady was actually in a grocery store, looked around, didn't see anybody, knelt down, took a crap on the floor, pulled her pants back up, and walked away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just people are odd.
What's the motivation for this?
Hey, if you're the mad pooper out there and you want to just tell us.
The mad pooper.
Yeah, and you want to just
call in and tell us why you're doing this.
Give
them the phone number.
Yeah.
Probably some French guy.
No, I doubt it.
No,
especially these are in the United States. They're not French.
No, this happened at work. I used to work in a factory when I was 18.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was kind of odd. And he was one day just circling a floor. Nobody knew what he was doing. He just kept circling this production floor. And then a turd fell out of his pants. And then he walked off.
What?
Yeah. And the supervisor actually made him come and clean it up. And he was really pissed that he had to clean it up. He was like, I have a problem and you're embarrassing me in front of everybody. Then why not go to the bathroom and shake it out? I don't understand.
Jesus Christ. Or where depends.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know.
It's gross. Pooping's already gross.
Maybe they couldn't wait to go to the bathroom, and so they're like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to do it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on. A man rams an armored vehicle into a shop just for one bottle of wine. I totally get this story.
Man in Russia.
Yeah, in Russia, those crazy
this
Russians.
motherfucker, there is
I love 'em.
pictures. There's pictures. This wasn't just a...
He ran like an army tank
an
into
army
the
tank
store
into the
to get a
store.
bottle of wine. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
He went like Bruce Willis on that store.
In
Just to fucking-
Russia, this is what we call drive-through.
A man rammed an armored personal carrier into a shop window before climbing through the rubble to steal a bottle of wine in a town in northern Russia on Wednesday morning, according to local media and video posted on social media. The man had swiped the vehicle from a privately run motor sport training. I'm sorry, these words are blurry. Nearby, driven it through a forest in a small town. I'm struggling to turn around in a narrow street. The man, as witnesses described as being drunk, proceeded to slam the tank into the window of this family convenience store.
This is really nuts, dude. Like, it's crazy. It's
like
fun.
only in Russia.
Only in Russia, yeah. You know, what's funny is when Ashley actually brought this story to my attention, and she's like, I'm going to give you two guesses where this is. The first guess was Alabama, and then the second one was Cleveland. But like, she's like, no, Russia. Like, she expected me to know
It
this.
totally makes sense, though.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, those Russians are crazy.
well, the thing is, she said wine. I thought if it was a bottle of vodka, you know,
yeah,
then
yeah,
I would have
totally
guessed
get that.
Russia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think isn't
But-
vodka German?
no, vodka's Russian.
I thought it was German.
It means water in Russian, or
Yeah.
like the Slavic language.
He also crashed into a car.
Wow, dude.
It's like all these like pictures of mass destruction.
Over a bottle of
This
wine.
guy, I wouldn't. Hey, wine, you gotta have it.
This must be high class,
Pinky
300-year-old
up wine.
I've got the chimera virus. I need this wine to soak my sorrows.
Okay.
It's
Moving
so
on.
crazy. Okay.
Couple with pot gifts again arrested in Nebraska.
Yeah, we reported on this a
Yeah,
few
this
weeks
was-
ago.
yeah, 2
right
weeks
around
ago.
Christmas.
A California couple arrested in Nebraska last month for carrying 60 pounds of marijuana they described as a family Christmas gift have been arrested in Nebraska, this time on suspicion of carrying drug money. Is
They
this like he's
would've- they-
80 and 70?
Yeah.
Oh my
dude.
God. Patrick, 80, and his 70-year-old wife, Barbara, of Clear Lake Oaks, California, were arrested Tuesday along Interstate 80 in southeastern Nebraska. They were arrested last month along the same roadway in the same vehicle, just 2 counties west.
Well, they took their
They
Christmas
are like
gifts.
old people,
Yeah.
old as shit. They like don't care.
No. Well, they bought. I don't remember how much weed there was. It was like
It says like
ungodly.
60 pounds.
Yeah, 60 pounds, and
That's a lot. That's more than my
Yeah.
baby weighs.
Geez, that's like more than like. I think that's more than
Their
Olivia
car
and
has
Ryan.
to smell like weed when they're like driving down the
telling
interstate.
you.
Like someone's like, "What does that smell?" And they're like driving behind them. Their car smells like weed.
Yeah. Jesus.
You probably get high this driving right next to him.
They had $18,000 in cash in a duffel bag. They are gangsters.
They are
I
gangsters,
want to hang out with
straight
them. They sound
Yeah.
fun. Let's get some
Jeez.
wine. We'll crash in the store, get some wine.
Yeah.
To go meet up with these mofos. I don't smoke weed, but they sound like a good time.
Yeah. That's so funny, dude.
Oh.
It's so funny.
You know, usually you're old, you forget stuff. They made sure they didn't forget their weed.
No.
Oh, they had a 42-year-old woman driving them.
But she was released.
I'm
they
sure
didn't
she
charge-
didn't know anything.
They're probably,
Yeah.
can you take us to the store?
They think they're
That's
just
what I'm
sweet
thinking,
old
yeah.
people. They're like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. You guys are so sweet.
So,
Yeah.
I got a big crate here. I'm going to put it in the trunk.
I got some medication for my
They have a
glaucoma I
giant ass
gotta
double
pick up.
bag,
Yeah.
duffel bag full of cash.
Yeah.
And they were probably really cheap about paying her for the ride.
I know, right?
Old people
Oh,
are
I'll
so
give you a
cheap.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, well, 5 do it? And she
Yeah.
just feels bags are so damn old.
Yeah.
And when she
Meanwhile,
found
they're-
out they had like 18,000 in cash, she's probably like, I should have robbed those old motherfuckers.
Yeah. Holy shit, man.
Oh my gosh, people are crazy.
Oh, so that was it for crazy news this week. You know, with all the sex scandals,
Yeah.
I kind of missed this one a little bit.
Yeah, the Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I'd seen it, but it's just like it's every day. It's like someone new.
I know, but I wanted to comment on this one.
Yeah.
So Netflix fired him from the ranch.
Yeah, I seen that.
Which they had previously waited. I don't know what took them so long or whatever, but they waited. Actually, what was crazy about this too, this is somewhat related, but not quite what I want to talk about. But I guess somebody approached a Netflix executive at a soccer game, like his daughter's soccer game, and asked about why they hadn't did anything with Masterson yet. And he said, "Oh, because I don't believe the allegations." And well, this guy complained about that, and basically said, Netflix said, "Okay, well, you're fired." They fired him just for having an opinion. You know, Danny Masterson, he's denying the allegations. Most of these women were ex-girlfriends. And I don't know. It's really hard for me. Do you know who he is? For one, Tokar.
Not really, but I'm going to guess. Was he on that 70s show?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and he's also on the ranch with Ashton Kutcher. He had that contract with that. But this is what gets me, okay? And regardless if he's guilty or innocent, at this point, we don't know. You know, but there's due process in this country. There is the belief that you are innocent until proven guilty. This is not the case anymore. People left and right are losing their jobs, losing their way of life, just off accusations. You know, as bad as the Kevin Spacey thing was, he has not been brought to justice yet. So any repercussions should have waited until after a trial or whatever. Okay? In this case,
it's not through the judicial system or him getting criminally charged. It's just him losing his job over acquisitions. So that's not something that...
It is the same, though, because that means, okay, Tokar, but just say, for example, okay, some random woman, you may or may not know her, comes to your work and complains that, or even not even to your work, but there's a rumor that she's accusing you of sexual assault. Your business gets a hold of it, and there's not been any charges filed. There's not been any you haven't been arrested, and they fire you just on the notion that someone's accusing you of this. Is that fair?
No, it isn't.
That's what's happening. Okay. Now, when I was arrested, a couple years ago, it was for something I didn't do. Okay, but I was arrested. I went to jail. I had to post bond. When I got out, my job suspended me based on the accusation until the outcome of the court. You know what I mean? Whether I was charged or not. Which, to a certain degree, I was pissed off about this because I can't do my job until this is all worked out. You know what I mean? But I understand, you know, on the charge that I was charged with, if it came out to be true, they probably would have fired me because it would have been against their policy to have, they want someone with a clean record representing our company. Okay, so I understood, but they suspended me. It wasn't with pay, but they suspended me. But I was still technically an employee. They waited to the outcome to make their final decision. Obviously, I was acquitted, so I kept my job. Okay, shouldn't this be the same way for even Hollywood people? I mean, I just feel like with all the accusations out here, now anybody can say anything about everyone, and people can lose their jobs and their whole livelihoods over an accusation.
I have opinions on this. Basically, Netflix is a public company, and so essentially they're worried about maybe their reputation with their investors, their image.
I get that.
So they instantly, right away.
I do get that. But in the same time, do you think that it would be just as plausible for them to say, hey, while this is being looked at, we're going to suspend you of your duties. We will suspend your contract until the outcome. Wouldn't that be the fair thing to do?
Yeah, some reason they just don't think like that. They just instantly. I get your point now.
What about you, Goldie?
It's not fair.
It's not.
We're living in a country where you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And I get sometimes there's really overwhelming evidence when you know someone's completely a shitbag right away, because I will definitely crucify those people myself, and I'm definitely not above that. But something like this where you don't even know if it's true, and there's a lot of people crying wolf or exaggerating things or twisting it around. You can't just fire people because someone made an accusation. If that's the case, I mean, one of us could end up losing our job if someone decides to come in and tell our boss something. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I was saying to Tokar, basically. Like, look, what's to stop anybody from off the street? They may or may not even have any proof or whatever.
You might just want 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah. It is so hard to just go ahead and say, okay, we believe you without any type of doubt. Now, it is law enforcement's job to check out both sides of the story. But see, the problem is now that the accusers have all the power and the people getting accused have none. There's nothing it's basically like they're guilty until proven innocent nowadays. And it's not fair. It's not.
What would happen if, say, they find out that he was innocent?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what is Netflix just going to write him back into the script? Because what they're doing is not just firing him. They're going to write his character out of the script. So even if he does prove himself innocent in all this, there's no way he's going back to that show. And that is bullshit. That is complete other bullshit. Like I said, there are people where you can look at it, and I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. I don't care. It's not like I was a big fan of the show or nothing like that. What I don't want to see is a trend of people losing their jobs, losing their livelihoods, or even their freedom based on basically just accusations.
It's kind of like the Salem witch trials.
That's what I'm saying.
People who were just like hung, for just because as soon as someone got mad at you, they pointed the finger at you.
Exactly. And it's bullshit. Well, that's it for the segment. When we get back, but you know what? Actually, before I do that, if you have an opinion about what's been going on in Hollywood right now and about our, just God-given right of you're innocent till proven guilty, just comment. Let us know what you think. I don't think this is something that we should be standing for anymore. I feel like more and more our liberties are being taken away. And it's not right, dude. And one of our rights is, right to a fair trial, right to, and even with a fair trial, the personal and public view, it seems like it weighs in on all that. And people need to think about this. If you're related to, you have your dad, your brother, your son, would you want this to happen to him? Exactly. Stupid people making up these lies. If it is a lie, We don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but my point is... But you can't just fire someone just because someone makes an accusation. Exactly. That's it for the segment. Weigh in if you guys... your listeners, we really do appreciate feedback. Yeah. It doesn't have to be something we necessarily agree with. Yeah,
this is a world where we're going to value different opinions.
Me and Tokar and Goldie all have different political views and religious views, and we don't always agree on everything.
We don't.
We butt heads sometimes, but we all know at the same time that we're all people.
We're decent humans. And
we're
we love
decent
each other.
humans. We love each other, and it doesn't have to tear us apart. You know, that's what I'm finding in the world today.
Oh yeah.
Like people's views are tearing them away from everybody, and it doesn't have to be like that.
Someone called me a racist hillbilly. I have mixed children.
I know. I get it called racist sometimes. Like I have 2 half Puerto Rican daughters. Right. It's whatever. I don't listen to that shit. But okay, that's the end of the segment. Thank you.
Thanks.
Make sure you follow us on social media at Epic Music Radio on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, EpicNess216. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome.
Today's prank, we are going to call random people and basically tell them they ordered some porn. Basically, they pulled an Olivia.
And they're going to get their account suspended until they pay it.
Yeah, that's right. All right. We are calling someone right now.
Hello.
Hi, is this Louie?
Yeah.
Hi, Louie. How are you doing today?
How are you?
Good. So I'm calling from Netflix about your account. Are you familiar with your account?
What?
I'm calling from Netflix. Your account's going to be suspended soon because we have some unpaid invoices for porn.
What do you mean? What do you... Who?
For porn?
Hello?
You'll have to pay this or your account's going to be suspended. Let me look up some
Where?
of the titles.
What?
Louie,
What
are
did
you
you say,
there?
ma'am?
Hello, Mr. Louie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so I'm calling from Netflix.
Hello?
Louie?
Hello?
Louie, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm calling.
What are you talking about? Hello?
Yeah. Buff,
What do you say?
sexy.
What?
Buff, sexy gay men,
Hello?
volume 3. Do you know
What you
about
say?
this video, Buff, sexy gay men, volume 3?
Yeah. Yeah, what's about it? Hello?
You need to send it back or
Hello?
else we're going to have to charge your account.
I'm sorry, man. What you said?
If you don't send the video back, we'll have to charge your account and suspend your account.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
We'll have to suspend your account for Buff, Sexy Gay Men Volume 3.
What?
The porn that
What
you
are you
ordered?
talking about? What I ordered?
The porn. Buff, Sexy Gay Men Volume 3.
Excuse me?
Buff, Sexy Gay Men Volume 3, Lebanon Edition.
No, ma'am. I don't order this.
Oh, you didn't order it?
No, I don't order it. What is it? What are you talking about? About what?
According to your Netflix account, you ordered Buff, Sexy Gay Men Volume 3, Lebanon Edition. And it hasn't been returned, and you owe $14.99, and if you don't pay it, your account's going to be suspended.
I don't get nothing. What is which one you talking about?
Buff, Sexy Gay
Hello?
Men Volume 3, Lebanon Edition.
A what?
Buff, Sexy.
Hello? Tell me, Biggie, man, what is it about it? Hello?
Yeah, I'm calling from Netflix. You have a Netflix account?
No, ma'am.
Is this Louie? It says
Yeah,
right
this
here.
I don't order nothing, man.
It says right here on my computer that you ordered a movie and you didn't pay for it, and we're gonna have to suspend
I don't order. When I ordered, man?
Looks like 2 weeks ago.
I don't order nothing, honey. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll just go ahead and move forward then. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Jesus Christ, what was going on there?
I don't know who was more confused.
I think
Me or
we
him.
were, yeah. Holy shit.
I don't order nothing. What are you talking about?
Yes, I know all about it.
Yeah, I know.
I like how you added a Lebanese edition. That was pretty funny.
I don't even think he understands enough English to know what I was saying.
Yes.
He agreed to it at first.
He did agree.
He's like,
to
yeah,
it.
I ordered that. Yeah. Well, I think what threw him off was the Lebanese edition. He's like, oh,
I don't remember that part.
yeah, I thought it was Syrian edition. God damn it.
Like, I thought it was Muslim women uncovered.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Oh, shit. All right, next segment. Ask Tokar.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's favorite segment. Okay, so first question. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Cats. They seem like blunt
They're
animals.
assholes.
In 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for?
Smartphones.
Okay. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
Gave out the wrong information to someone.
Okay.
No, actually, we would think you were drinking.
Yeah. What kind of cult would you like to start?
A math cult.
That is the lamest of
So
all cults.
Tokar.
Yeah. What would be the absolute worst name you could give your child? If you had one.
Barbarasaur.
Okay.
A Bulbasaur?
Jesus.
I don't even know.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Only one.
Okay.
Can you please explain this logic?
Why?
Well, what happens if the elephant is chasing the chicken? The chicken can fly, and then the chicken runs towards a cliff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Anyways. What would be the worst thing for the government to make illegal?
Free education.
Okay. What would be the creepiest thing you could say while passing a stranger on the street?
The creepiest thing?
Yeah.
If they start skipping for no reason.
No, you're going to say something
You
to
have to say
somebody
something to them
as
creepy.
they're passing by. What's the creepiest thing you could say to them?
Start talking tongues to them.
Speaking of tongue, yeah. Give me the power, I beg of you.
They get hit by lightning.
Okay, so that was Ask Tokar.
Boom.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Epic Music Radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And follow us on Instagram, Epicness216. Also, make sure you like the Unsigned Musicians Network. And Kev Campbell there. Doing a lot of good things with the LeBron James Foundation. It was just his birthday, so happy birthday once again to him.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
For his birthday, He posted on his page a link to donate to the LeBron James Foundation. So go ahead and make a donation in his name for him. And
I'd like to give a shout out to your wife, Ashley, to Epic's wife, Ashley, who is always supportive of everything. You know, she's and sometimes too, like in friendships, like Epic and I were friends. She's never been weird about it since the beginning. You know, she always accepted that we were friends. She's not a jealous person. And as his friend, I've always noticed how she's always had his back with everything. She's so supportive. And today, she even watched my child while we did the show. And she's not easy to watch. So
yeah, she's quiet.
Yeah, Ashley is just amazing. And she's an amazing person. So I just wanted to shout her out.
That is why I married her and locked that down.
And knocked her up right away.
That's right. Lock that shit up.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, a funny story before we leave. So this was early in our relationship, okay? My house kept getting broken into. So at one point I put a padlock on the door, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it was still early on. She was staying the night. I accidentally padlocked her in my apartment for like 10 hours. Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And she didn't call the police?
No.
Just kidding.
She realized it, called me. I was like, oh my God, you know, she knew I was at work or whatever.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to work today, so she didn't even complain. Didn't like
She's
whatever.
so go with the flow.
Yeah, she just chilled, watched TV, and I had food and stuff, and I'm like, damn, maybe I should just make her my prisoner. I don't know. Okay, well, that's it for the show. Hope everyone liked it. Definitely follow us, like I said before. Also, next week we're going to be live. We're going to try that out. And if you guys want to give us a call, I will make sure that it's on our page.
Yeah, let us know so we can have an idea of who wants to call in.
Yeah, because we got to try to work all that out too.
Yeah.
Okay, but thank you for joining us, Tokar.
Thanks for listening.
Oh my God.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I know I changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We changed up the intro.
Don't try to make yourself look smarter than you actually. You just
That's why I said, like, I'll probably get like arrested for false information because I'll misunderstood something or say something wrong.
Who misunderstood something.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so as always, make life epic, and I'll see you next week.
Keep it epic.
Bye, everybody.
Dear Mr. President, there are too many states nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot.
Oh, wow, that was terrible.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Go! That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. I have a fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
And I'm sorry, we're out of time. Bye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy?
That's all.